completed the first 2 months of the season. Kings Lynn to come this Saturday. How has the season as a whole gone for you so far? Is it actually better than expected so far?
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that if you'd have offered us, prior to the start, we had took 7 wins, 4 draws and 1 loss, then absolutely. In terms of the draws that we've drew, we could have turned maybe 1 point or 2 points into 6. However, you look at the opposite side and you look at the late goal against Altrincham, the late goal against Kettering. So, we've been fortunate in 1 or 2 games, but been very well in most games, and the consistency from the players has been very good. And just under a third of the way through the season, really pleased.
You touched on that Altrincham game. Is that one of the standout moments for you in terms of, was that a big moment in this season so far?
I think in terms of how we applied ourselves that game against a very good side that was beating the semi-finals of the playoffs, I thought we were the better side on the night. It's hard for anyone to disagree with that. We did leave it late to score, but to score in the 93rd minute, get a point against a good side, probably give us that platform to build on going on to the next few games after that.
Our last game on the road in the league was at AFC Telford, and it was a memorable afternoon. Quasi scored an hat-trick, 3 points, and the fans were fantastic there. I'm sure we'll be hoping for more of the same from them on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, some of the stuff we played at Telford at times, it just brings a smile to your face, because it's not something that you identify from an Anthony Johnson and Bernard Morley at times. Now, I don't want to contradict myself, but that style of play and that free-flowing football has probably come a little bit too soon in terms of where we'd expect to be. But I sat in the stand in the first 45 minutes, and the way the lads have played themselves, the work rate off the ball, the desire when we got on the ball, the movement, fans was unbelievable, and the experience from Telford this year to last year was incredible. But I think, like you say, in terms of the style of play, supporters are very pleased at this minute.
You had a 2-week break. Have you seen that as a positive or a negative to your preparations for this one?
It's a tough one, to be honest with you, because off the back of the Leamington game, 3-3 at home, really disappointed. The players looked disappointed. Supporters felt disappointed. Yet we got a draw against a side that we only took 1 point off last season, and it weren't our best game this season by any stretch. But in the players' defence, I don't think Leamington gave us a platform to be able to press. They went long. They utilised the throwing really well. Set pieces, they was very effective. And in all fairness, people would say we was fortunate to get a point. So fair play to Leamington. So off the back of that, you want a game Tuesday or you want a game the following Saturday to try and put that performance right. But we've had to wait, 14 days. In between that 14 days, we've gone out with the lads. We've had a bit of a drink, not to celebrate how well we've done, just to, it's one of that. We've worked really hard, if not harder than what we've done in the games over the last 4 or 5 sessions. And we took the lads out last Friday, had 4 or 5 hours socialising with them, and the way they've applied themselves this week again, it's a credit to them at the minute, hence the reason we're second in the league.
You've missed some big players in that last game: Kevin Roberts, Danny Livesey, Gary Stopford. How are they looking for the weekend?
Yeah, again, we just looked on the board prior to training, and how do you fit like a 19-man squad into a 16-man squad, and how do you get them 16 players into an 11? It's really tough. Again, we'd have it that way. 10 days ago we were scratching about for a squad again, i.e. 5 or 6 big players missing. But them lads have worked hard to try and replicate minutes off the pitch, what they'd get playing. It's always tough to do that, but we're fighting fit going into Saturday.
Kings Lynn is the task, 3rd versus 2nd, a side that haven't lost in the league for 13 months, in all competitions for 12 months. It's going to take some doing to go there and get 3 points, isn't it? Yeah,
I mean, there's your team talk. Your team talk is they've not been beaten 12 months. We're well aware that they play good football, very similar to sort of an Alty style of play where they retain possession for long periods of the game. I think on average they've had 60% possession against 40 with the opposition. Does that get them third in the league? Well, they're doing something right, and especially not to be beat at home for 12 months is an incredible record. We have to go there and apply ourselves the way we have been doing, especially away from home, where we only see ourselves losing 1 game, which was very unfortunate. We've got to go there, and we've got to compete with the best home record in potentially English football at this minute in time. It'll be a fortress, it's clear that. Me and John have had an experience down at Kings Lynn before, so we know the fans are quite leery. So are ours. So it should be a good contest, but we just need to go and enjoy it. And like I say, if these players apply themselves, show that desire and determination like they have done for the first 6-7 weeks of the season, then it's going to be a good game.
And just a final word on squad builder. £20,000 was set. It's 5,000 so far this season. It's a fantastic return, isn't it? And how important is it for you and Jono and building your squad with these extra funds?
It just gives us that belief that, you know, these supporters are really supporting what we're trying to do at the football club. And, you know, me and Jono both know ourselves, being, you know, dads and whatnot, how much expense it is to take your kids to a game on a Saturday. You know, you're talking the best part of 25 quid if you go on your own after you've had, you know, you bought your ticket and had a couple of beers. You know, some of these families bring, you know, husband, wife, 3 kids. It's costing them a fortune, as well as, you know, trying to support this squad builder, which you touched on, 5,000, nearly 200. It's incredible, and if we meet the target that's been set, then absolutely brilliant. However, you know, the 5,200 alone is a massive credit to this football club.